Hi everyone, welcome to Star Trek Picard Series 3 Episode 2, and we start off with a recap. The episode's name is Disengage, and it starts off with a recap, and I'm actually liking this shorter intro. The intro hasn't kicked in yet, but I've already watched this episode like 3 times today. I tried to watch it around midnight when it dropped, but then I fell asleep halfway through. And then I tried to watch it like twice during the morning, and I fell asleep again. Not because the episode was boring, but the fact that I was just really drained from the past couple of days. And so let's see. So that last shot of the recap is going to finish at the ship, the Shriek, I believe it's called, or the Snape, or the Sneep. Okay, so now it starts off with 2 weeks ago, so this is another flashback with Beverly's ship, and there's some like 20th century music being played. I'm not really disliking that they keep using 20th century music, because people listen to music from like completely different eras to what they're used to. But here we go. So we have Jack Crusher manning the ship, and there are some Fenris Rangers that want to come on board and check what he's got. And this episode, like the last one, shot really well. And it looks like he's actually a smuggler instead of being a medical. Well, he's definitely not part of Starfleet, so we know that. Even though Beverly is, or was. But from this interaction he's got with the Fenris Rangers, it does seem like he's a bit of a poacher, a bit of a lad, shall we say. So he's got antibody therapeutics, and in this lovely case he's got some Romulan ale in the traditional Romulan ale bottle. I like that level of detail, and even in the last episode, the level of detail was actually pretty good, but sometimes they just put objects in place where it was just there for people to spot. But there's a good use for that Romulan nail bottle. And he's also gun running. I was about to say drug running. So this flash forward was 2 weeks ago, and he's made a deal with the Fenris Rangers, and he's basically given them a case of guns for whatever war is going on, that he's providing medical supplies to. Okay. And I've forgotten to tell you guys to press play again, didn't I? I keep doing that. Okay, present day. So we realize that he's basically a naughty boy, and this is probably why this big ship is trying to find him. So Picard is trying to get some information out of him. Looks like he's trying to not discuss what actually is happening. I'm sure he knows exactly what's happening. So he's basically told Picard, look, I don't need your help. Beverly called you. I didn't. But they need to get that pod secured so she doesn't die. She needs medical assistance pretty quickly, I think. Okay, so that's the plan. Get Beverly into the shuttle and take her back to the Titan, and hopefully they'll help her. And there's a nice shot of the Titan. I'm actually liking this ship quite a bit now. And I like the captain's chair with the little pad. With the little pad on there. That's pretty cool. So one of the other things I liked that I really appreciated this time round in this episode is the railings on the bridge. They have the blue lights on them, and they actually look really good, and it helps define what that station or that area is, I guess. Not in terms of what's behind there, but as in like, yeah, this is a section, that's a section. And that other ship, it looks pretty good. He just called him captain. So why would he have called him captain? Unless his mum told him, yeah, your father's Captain Picard. Or he was a captain at the time. Was he a captain at the time? He must have been. How old does Jack Crusher look? I was trying to figure that out. Probably mid-30s. So how could Beverly have kept him a secret? Oh god, that was a big fall. Oh no, the shuttle. It's gone. Savick? The shuttle's named Savick? I didn't notice that in the first episode. And there you go. Star Trek Picard. So technically there was a recap and a cold open. And it's part 2, Disengage. I wish that the episode name would just come up at the top right or left hand corner like it used to on the actual TNG and the rest of the shows. And we cut to Raffi looking at the crazy stuff that happened in the last episode. Leader of the Romulan. Okay, so this guy who's the leader of the Romulan, like, freedom fighter or terrorist group is the one that they are blaming. So the actual weapon that was used was stolen from the Daystrom Institute. That's where what's her face, Dr. Girardi worked, and where a copy of Data's body was, or B4's body was. I'm sure it was B4's body. Oh, okay. Worf is still contacting or speaking to Raffi. Starfleet Command is terminating the investigation. Well, pretty much, because what's happened is probably... Okay, Lurak Tuluko is the person that they suspect, I guess. Okay, so this is one of the annoying bits of this episode, when Raffi's just talking directly at the computer. Obviously she's talking to Worf, but he's not literally talking back to her. And then every time she mentions somebody like Latuko or the Ferengi guy, the pictures of that person come up. It's like, really? Why would Worf be doing that? Or is the computer doing that? Because it's not like she's sending that information to him. Okay. I don't know. They could have found somebody better. Don't know if it's her acting or what, but maybe from like the first series, I just didn't gel with this character because they kept messing her up, and they messed her up in the second series. So Sneed is the guy who is basically a Ferengi gangster. And oh my god, he was such a joy to watch. But we're gonna get to that. And I'm not spoiling anything because Raffi's just already mentioned him, and the picture came up of him on the screen. There is something going on with Captain Shaw. I just don't know what. My first inkling of his family dying during the time when Locutus of Borg was Captain Picard's alter ego. I think it's just a hatred of the Borg. It has to be. Oh god, that ship looks funky. The set design is brilliant. I can't fault it. The only problem is it would be nicer if it was a bit more brighter, but like I said in the last episode, I don't really mind it if it helps the story, and it's a darker Federation at the moment, so it kind of does. Oh, it's getting beamed away. Stick the inhibitors on. Okay, it just takes one inhibitor. They used to be bigger in my day. The transport inhibitors, that is. It doesn't seem like Riker's doing too much in this episode, but what he does do is awesome. Oh, they beamed on and they got vaporized. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about lives in this series. Everyone's up for a killing. So this effect, where the tractor beam is taking Beverly's ship up, it's, I don't know, it just looks too Goosebumpsy. If anybody's watched Goosebumps, you probably know what I mean. Okay, so you're looking at the Alcars malfunctioning now because they are basically coming through LCD screens. And I thought to myself, actually, visually it does look good. And I was saying in the last episode that I do like the effect, but I also really miss the really dark screens with all the coloured panels. You can just tell that it's a computer screen or a TV screen. And some of those taps aren't actually being engaged. That's the other thing I realised. Like, if somebody's pressing a button, it doesn't change colour. Never changed colour in TNG either, but you know, you'd think they'd be able to have the facility to do that now. Okay, so they now have to destroy the transport inhibitors so they can escape, and it was good that the Titan came on board. Came to their rescue. Where's Beverly? They did beam her up, I'm sure they did. Because she still has faint life signs. Okay, so now Raffi is in this place and she's meeting her ex-lover. And I don't know really what the point of this scene was, to be fair. Apparently, Jay, that's his name, is the father of her son, and he also has access to people like gangsters, so she's trying to get a meet set up. The Ferengi broker. Oh yeah, so that was one line that I really liked from Jay. He said, broker's just another word, a friendly word to mean gangster. So he's basically calling her a junkie. Everyone's gonna keep calling her a junkie throughout the entire series. I think I'm gonna call her a junkie as well. Wow. Okay. So basically, he's gonna give her an ultimatum now. Jay's gonna say, look, I can get you a meeting with Sneed, but I can also get you a meeting with your son, but you can only have one or the other. He's being a bit of an asshole, to be honest with you. Look how happy she is. Wow. Make a choice. She's gonna choose Sneed. Yep, there you go. And we cut back to the Titan. And are they in the nebula or are they just outside of the nebula? I think they're outside of the nebula. So if anybody remembers from Star Trek 3, they went into the Mutara Nebula and they, well, when I say they, I mean the Reliant, captained by Khan, and the Enterprise, obviously captained by Captain Kirk. And they had this kind of submarine style face off. Like, they couldn't see each other because of all the interference from the nebula. And like, they were on their like back foot anyway. Both ships were. So it was like a battle of wits. And I think that's what's going to happen in the next episode. But I also need the next episode to get more TNG cast together. Otherwise, it's not much of a reunion unless, like, it's quite early on, to be fair. I want to see them, like, strategizing. So this bad person, I totally forgotten the name now. But, yeah, she hasn't said who she... Well, she has said who she is, but she hasn't said why she wants Jack Crusher. She looks human to some extent. There are some marks on her face which I can't really quite make out if they are marks or if they are part of her like genetic makeup. But she's got the owl people in her control. And she wants Jack Crusher. The weird thing is she knows Captain Shaw's first and last name and his like military history, as well as Picard's. Wow, look how much weapons they've got. Oh, they got some alien technology as well. Vadik, that's her name. Is she smoking a cigar? Basically, this is a scene in Star Trek 2. And I meant the nebula in Star Trek 2, not in 3. 3 is when the Klingons were facing off against Kirk. Yeah, so... Shit. Okay, so she's taken Beverly's ship, tractor beamed it, and then repulsed it over to the Titan, and basically done some damage. Oh my god, why is Picard just asking the most stupidest question? He just asked, what did she just do? She threw a ship at us. You saw it? So now they're all looking at Jack thinking, okay, Jack, what the hell are you on? Why is this person after you? I don't know, is Captain Shaw competent or not? Because he didn't raise shields in time. He should have had them raised straight from the off. So we still don't know some of the crew on the bridge. Obviously we know Crash LaForge. There's a Bajoran sitting next to her. I don't know if the name was mentioned. And then the other bald-headed crew member with the tattoo on her face. Don't know who that was, but her name was mentioned. Okay, finally somebody's doing some investigating. That ready room is actually quite good. It kind of looks like Voyager's crap, what's that room in Voyager? It's like the staff mess hall or the captain's mess hall. John Carson, James Cole. So one of the YouTubers I watch has basically said, because the showrunner for this, Terry Matalis, actually worked on 12 Monkeys, the TV show, and some of those names for Jack Crusher are actually based on characters in 12 Monkeys. So I watched the movie 12 Monkeys, but I haven't watched the TV show, so I don't really know too much about it. But I might give it a try. I might give it a look. See, sometimes I think Captain Shaw is good. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what he wants. Then other times, I think he wants to just beat the fuck out of people. He looks like really pissed right now. Okay, so Shaw said, look, I'm going to give Vadik what she wants. And she wants Jack Crusher. And I might give you up as well. I didn't know there was an actual rules of engagement from outside of Federation space. I thought you'd make it up as you go along. But the idea is not to get out of Federation space unless you're invited. So basically, they've got an hour to give up Jack Crusher. And now this is... Okay, why are you dancing around this? Riker's asking Picard. And this is... Oh my god. This is two actors that have worked together for a long time. And they also look like friends that have been together for a long time. And there's pain. There's like... He doesn't want to ask the question, are you my son? To Jack Crusher, but Riker's basically asking him, look, why aren't you talking about this? And that's what a friend would do, I guess. But it's glaringly obvious. Wow, he's been a busy boy. One thing I don't get though is if he is Picard's son and he hasn't spent any time in the UK, sorry, I mean France, how does he have an English accent? Funny. Funny. Okay, so those medical supplies were actually stolen. Obviously they were stolen. Currency is currency. Interesting. What? What was that? Father of the daughters what? What, Beverly taught you to do what? Okay, so Beverly's also been gun running and it looks like drug running too. As in like medical drugs. Interesting. still don't get why Robot Picard has all these feelings. And why he's feeling like this, but I guess we have to ignore the fact that he is Robo Picard, even though they kind of called it out in the last episode. Oh no, they've got 18 minutes left. Did they give him up? And he's not giving them anything. He'd make a good spy. Maybe he is a spy. Maybe he's a spy for the Federation. That could work, actually. Okay, so Raffi's come to meet Sneed, and this scene gets so much better after she sits down and has this moment, and you'll see why. And I think it was well executed. I don't get what planet they're on. It doesn't actually give me any of that information, which is annoying, because there's a lot of human characters. Obviously there's a Ferengi there. I was looking at the Ferengi makeup and I thought to myself, it's a little toned down. I don't know if it's toned down on purpose or he's just meant to look like that. But yeah, the Ferengi makeup is pretty cool. There's a Romulan there. 2 Romulan guards, I guess. And then a human guard. Oh, she's kind of put Jay into trouble. It would be so cool to see Quark right now. Just walking through saying, hey Sneed, just picking up, I don't know, some gold press platinum. What she got? Some kind of crystals. Interesting. Okay. So she's basically saying you're the guy who found this equipment and sourced it for this Romulan. I'm hoping it's not another Romulan-centric story. You don't work for Toluca. You should always put somebody else's name in. You smell like Starfleet. Section 31 gets a shout out. Nobody should know about them. What's this? Oh no, it's more weird funky drugs. As you know, she's a junkie. So now Sneed wants Raffi to prove that she's not. Starfleet or the Federation or Section 31 representative. So she's going to take a drug through the eye. What the hell? Oof. Can you take a drug through the eye? Oh, she's not feeling too good. Look at this guy. I don't know who the actor is, but he's actually pretty good. Quite menacing. And funny at the same time. There you go. That's why he knew she was lying. Yeah, you think a Ferengi won't take your money? Ooh. What did she stab him with? There we go. You just saw a hint of Worf. Ambassador Worf? Lieutenant Commander Worf? Captain Worf? Worf of the House of Morg? Oh god, the Ferengi just died. Head severed. See, nobody cares about life in this one. They just want to kill people. But what an amazing intro to Worf. There we go. Look at that. Hero shot. Wow. And it played the Klingon tune. There we are. It looks like they are just outside of a nebula. Captain looks stressed. They're pleading for Jack and Jack's life, as in not to hand him over to Vadik. I'm never going to remember these names. There he is in the brig. Is he going to try and escape? Yeah, I think he is. What's he got there? It's a snooping device, it must be. Oi, Starfleet. Really? Is that a Starfleet regulation? Hey, this guy looks familiar. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. What's that? Who's that? Is Beverly? Oh no, he's reviving her. So what's the point of reviving her if she's going through a procedure? So I get it now. So I was kind of half asleep when, or I was falling back asleep when this was happening. I think he's reviving um, Beverly so that she can tell Picard, yeah, that is your son. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is Vadik will get access to Jack Crusher, and that's it, he'll be gone. The Shrike, that's it, not the Shriek. What is a carrion bird? What race is the carrions? Are the carrions? I don't think she's carrion. We just saw a few of the bridge crew, and I should have checked out what races they were. I think I saw a Vulcan with the bald head. Sarcastic. The brig. That's it. He's quite comfortable on the bridge, this Captain Shaw. Oh no. It is like if you cut down a few of the scenes and put it into one long video, the whole series, I reckon you could do what that guy did for Obi-Wan Kenobi's series and make it into more cinematic movie. I bet somebody's going to do that. It would be too long. It would be like the Snyder Cut for Justice League, but I think it would be worth a watch in that long form. Esmar, unlock transporters. Okay, so that bold person with the tattoo on the face is Esmar. Don't know what race. Oh, there's Beverly. She's had a lot of plastic surgery in the 24th and a half century. And they don't say a word. And there you go. That's it. Don't give him up. So they're not going to give Crusher away. Because he's my son. And I bet he just heard that. He must have heard it. Get ready to fly. You're already flying. He likes to use the word fly. And they shoot at the Shrike and do one. Oh my god. She's so happy that they're running away. They are definitely outgunned. Don't know why outgunned, but they've got a lot of weapons. They'll have to find us. Yeah, they're going into the nebula. Look, that's it. That was a confirmation. The little cloud puff. And the episode finishes with a black screen and Vedic is laughing. That's so creepy. And that was episode 2, Disengage. It was good. It's obviously still building on what the show is about, and it's just a weekly piece by piece revealing, and I do like that, but I also find it annoying as well. Like in the old days, an episode would be self-contained to 43 to 45 minutes, and these series arcs are good. They were also trialed during Deep Space Nine, and technically in TNG as well. If you take Encounter at Farpoint and what was the last episode called? Oh my god. Yeah, you know what I mean. You're all Trekkies. All good things. And technically that's one story from start to finish. So yeah, it was good. It's obviously still building on the blocks. It was good to see Worf, even though it was a very small amount of Worf. I did like that he was quite brutal, because in the trailer they said that he was a pacifist, but obviously what needs to happen, or what needs to be done, needs to be done. So yeah, that's another one under the belt. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.